This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and live on DAZN. Back with me good mate,
yes,
which we sort of are now, Mr.
Yes.
Tommy Fury. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you having me this morning for a little interview. How's life, my man?
Life is good, can't complain. Had a nice few days in Dubai with the family. And now flew over to Riyadh for the biggest fight that is in the world and for the past 50 years. So life's good, very exciting week coming up, and yeah, I'm just loving every minute of it.
How bloody hot is it out there, bro?
It is baking, and that's why we're inside the hotel room, and that's why I got the air. Yeah,
yes.
Aircon is on.
Silly, bro.
I think it's like 38 degrees out there.
Someone just put I put a photo of Tyson. Someone put you had a workout pass, and I was like, gee, it's like 42 degrees.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Allowed a man to sweat.
It's ridiculous.
Away from all that, and I suppose I know you've had your hand and everything. How's that healing? It looks much better.
Yeah, the hand is, so basically I've gone through various stages. So I've gone through various stages, and basically it's like, for the first bit of it, it was sticking up like that and it wouldn't go down. I was quite worried, to be fair. But then with a lot more physio and a lot more, rehabilitation, whatever you want to call it, I've now got to make a full fist, full rotation. So that means, good news, I'm going to try and get something lined up by the end of the year. In October it will have been a year out the ring, so I don't really want to go too much over that. So, if I can get something in December, I'd be happy. I want to, take the ring rust off and then see what other big fights are out there.
Just a little run out and then maybe get into another big fight?
Yeah, definitely. I think the past two fights that I've done, they've been huge successes, on numbers, on, the public, in regards to wanting to see it. So I think, we get another big fight on. I'm not too sure which way that's going to swing or who's going to, come to fruition, but there's a lot of big names out there having a good few discussions. So I'm sure when the time's right and, the time where I can properly get back in there, we'll sit down and we'll find somebody. If
you could pick one, just on like a personal level, as like the next big fight that you have, out of all the names in there, who would it be?
I think the one that makes sense, is the Jake Paul fight, maybe. But I'm not chasing that at the end of the day because I'm not really interested. I beat them both. Last year. I've got what I needed to do done. It was a great ride. And I said what I was going to do. I said right at the start before fighting any of them, I said I'd beat them both inside 12 months. And I did. I had to fight them on their own show. They picked the judges, the referees, everything. And I just went and boxed. And that's it, to be honest, mate. So, if them fights come again, great. And it is what it is. I just want to get back in the ring and show everybody, that I have got it. Deep down inside, I've got it. And I've not got that much amateur experience. So it's very hard to just get in the ring and box like Sugar Ray Leonard. It takes years and years. But I feel like I'm 25 now, just turned. I feel like, the next fight and fights now, I can just show a little bit more on my game and a little bit more on my game. You couldn't, from my last fight, you couldn't really see much because the guy didn't come to fight. He come to do everything but fight. Star jumps, sprints, whatever you want, little 30-yard dashes across the ring, turning his back. I don't know. It was horrible. Even for me, who took part and was involved in that fight, that was a horrible fight to be a part of. It was a stink fest. It was boring. Even me fighting in there, I was bored. I thought, is this man going to stand and trade or not? So it was what it was. It was what it was. I want to put that fight behind me. I got the win, and that's all I really need to get out of that.
You've done interviews before, right? And you've said like the goal was to always be a world champion.
Yeah.
Is that still the same intent for you?
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like it's a realistic goal because I'm 25 years old. I'm 10-0. I've been at the big stage. I've been involved in high-profile fights. Being at what level that is. I've still been involved in high-profile fights. So I know I can cut it on the big stage and I don't fold under pressure and I can deliver. So that's a big box ticked off, which you wouldn't normally get ticked off in 10 fights. So I think I've just got to, keep building slowly and I feel like I've got the momentum going in because I've had two big good wins.
Is part of it hard in that, like, to be a world champion, you need like the build-up fights, and then whereas you can obviously go in and fight someone like a KSI or a Jake Paul and make a serious amount of money. And it's like, how do you sort of perceive that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, I took them two fights because the money that I got for them world champions don't even make at the pinnacle of the sport.
Yeah.
So it's
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's a no-brainer. I mean, everybody out there can say what they want in the comment section and say what they want about me or whatever, but anybody in my position would have done the exact same thing. And I know that for a fact. And if they don't, they need a brain transplant.
They're lying, No, I get
they're lying,
It's a business, bro.
It's a business, man. Listen, if no one would get punched in the head for free, would they? Everyone's out for, what the best payday we can get. I mean, we're here in the beautiful kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Everyone's getting a nice paycheck. Everyone's loving it. That's what it is. But for me, I got two very good paydays, which I'm happy with. That has secured me. That has set my family up. So now it's about keeping that promise to myself. And like I said before, if it's not the YouTubers I'm fighting, I want to fight. The professional boxers, build up and keep putting on good shows. And getting people behind me in the professional boxing ranks.
I don't want to keep you all day. I know you lot want to go and train. I've got to speak about yesterday's antics and Fury Usyk, so we're getting as much as we can in a short amount of time. Your old man, he does it again. In your fight week, it was banging the cage and cutting the cage.
Yeah.
And this week, it's talk me through yesterday. I don't know if you were there or you watched it unfold over social media, but the geezer looked like he was about 12 years old and he's giving it lemon to Big John and
honestly,
John's just stuck it on him.
It was on I remember I was sat by the beach, right, in Dubai. I was at the hotel and then my manager Jake texted me saying, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, "What is it?" And then he sent it to me and it was a clip of my dad obviously headbutting him. And honestly, I must have watched it for an hour straight, tears rolling down my eyes. It was funny. It was hilarious. It looked like it belonged in, like when he was on the rant, it looked like it belonged in the Braveheart movie. But honestly, it's just comedy gold, isn't it? You know what you're gonna get with my dad. Like you said, he was headbutting the cage on my fight week, and he was doing the same here, just with no cage, just a real life skull in front of him.
Tyson said to me, "It's literally just show business, and that's what the Fury family do." Do you?
It is. At the end of the day, nobody wants to come here and say, "Yeah, had a good camp. Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight." Nobody wants to see that. I mean, look how it picked up yesterday just for that little bit of stuff. Like, it's made national news. Even people like who lived in Dubai who wasn't English was coming up to me in the gyms and going, "Oh, no way, no way." So listen, it's what it is. It's hype business and it's a fight business, and I think it was great.
Just lastly from me then, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Your brother's not worried about legacy or anything. He said he can get all the belts in one and take them all back home. He's already got them all.
Yeah.
How does the fight go? Both of them, I think, would be fair to say, not coming off the best performances in the fact that they've shown vulnerabilities. Oleksandr Usyk, and was it a low blow or not? But definitely doesn't like it to the body. And obviously Tyson, the Ngannou fight, we're expecting a much better Tyson. Talk me how you see it.
I honestly think, judging by what I've seen in training, judging from what I can see this morning when he was in the gym on the pads in the bag, I think if Tyson shows up how he is right now and shows up on his A game, I think it'd be easy night. Walk straight through him because I don't think there's any man alive past the present that could beat Tyson on his A game. I really don't. Too big, too strong, too fast, switch hitting. I'm not afraid to get down and dirty. Like, I just think honestly, if he shows up the way we know he can be, it's going to be an easy night for him. I do honestly, genuinely believe that. I mean, I'm not taking no credit away from Oleksandr Usyk. He's an unbelievable fighter, an exceptional elite fighter. We all know this, but I just think Tyson's that much better than him on his A day.
I know I said lastly, Jake and Roman are probably going to chin me behind the camera. I just realised yesterday we saw the first face-off for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. It's mixed opinions about that one. I mean, it's great for business on his part, but I don't know. I don't know.
He's weighing like 240 pounds, Jake.
I can't see that. I can't see that. Nah, 240 is a big man. He don't look that big. Nah. Listen, I don't know. I'll be upset if there's something in the woodworks that results in Mike Tyson, not winning on purpose maybe or something like that. But I can't see it. I just can't see a man of that caliber throwing his career down the drain, losing to someone like that.
Does he have any chance? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful
Jake Paul?
standpoint. No, Mike Tyson. Because I just mean how you can bang and you can punch. We saw him against Roy Jones, but
he's
also
60 years old.
Resistance.
Yeah, he's 60 years old. Like, this is not. It's not even like he's 40 or 45. The man's 60 years of age. It's getting on. So I don't know. It's a shame. I don't even really want to watch it, to be honest with you, because it's an idol, an all-time legend, one of the best to ever do it. in the ring with an idiot who's just got a load of money who can flaunt it about. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really sit right with me. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Good luck to Uncle Mike. Hope he takes his chin off. And if anything goes wrong, I will do it in Uncle Mike's favour this time.
Tommy, big up yourself. It's an absolute pleasure. As always, I'm going to let you guys get to the gym. I'm also going to give a little shout out to Jake Lee on the record because he is always very hospitable.
The main man.
It's lovely spending time with you lot. So I want to get that one on there. Big up yourselves and thank you.
Good to see you, brother. Take it easy.
Ground.